I remember that day so vividly. I was only 12 when my father packed his bags, his eyes fixed on anything but me. The house felt different that morning, heavy with unspoken words and the weight of what was about to happen. He stood at our doorstep, his shoulders slumped, a shell of the strong man I once knew. "Please," he begged, his voice cracking. "Try to understand." But how could I? How could any child understand why their father chooses to walk away? I couldn't stop the tears. They came in waves, drowning out his excuses, his promises to call, to visit. Each sob felt like it would tear me apart. I watched through blurry eyes as he got into his car, as the distance between us grew with every passing second. The years that followed weren't easy. Birthdays came and went. School plays, graduations, all marked by an empty seat, where a father should have been. The anger grew inside me like a thorny vine, wrapping around my heart, threatening to change who I was. But my mother, she was different. Despite everything she'd been through, despite having every reason to be bitter, she would sit with me on quiet evenings and talk about forgiveness. Holding on to anger, she'd say, gently wiping my tears, is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. At first, I couldn't understand how she could advocate for him. How could she ask me to forgive when he had caused us so much pain? But slowly, through her wisdom and patience, I began to see things differently. She taught me that forgiveness isn't about excusing someone's actions. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of hatred. It took years, but I learned that carrying the weight of unforgiveness was only hurting me. My mother's compassion showed me that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is let go. Not for the other person's sake, but for our own peace of mind. Today, I still feel the echo of that pain, but it no longer defines me. Through my mother's guidance, I've learned that while we can't choose what happens to us, we can choose how we carry it forward. And sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is choose forgiveness, even when it feels impossible.